they'll start with a president of the United States of America who happens to be a billionaire and a successful billionaire at that. He owns $1 billion home, the biggest house on the biggest side of town, here with the long limousines, the jet airplanes, and that Marine One Sikorsky Sea King helicopter pad was in his backyard. Imagine what they'll do to you.
Right here, I have just gotten off the radio, and now I'm heading to Mar A Lago for the Trump rally, following the president from Mar A Lago all the way to Trump Force One. And, of course, he's heading to New York, well, to get arrested. So join me. Now, just to show you how sick these Democrats are, this billboard is new, and it was put up over the weekend, and it's the direct route from Mar A Lago right before Trump gets to Trump Force One. And, of course, it says Trump is not above the law. Unreal. And this is on the exit of Southern Boulevard and I-95, which is the direct route that the president takes to Mar A Lago. There's the billboard, and then the airport is right over here. That's the tower. And Trump Force One is right there, so he'll definitely drive by it. I don't know if he'll see it. Now, I'm down the street from Mar A Lago. This is Publix, which is the big grocery chain here in Florida. And I'm about, I don't know, 1.5 miles, 2 miles from Mar A Lago. And, of course, this is the Publix where Melania shops with Barron. This is the Mini MAGA scooter. It's an electric scooter. Kathy got this for me a few years ago, and I use this sometimes down by the beach and everything. And this thing will go over 10 miles. It's got a long range on it. So I'm going to ride this down to Mar A Lago where all the fake news are, and then I'm going to come back up here and wait for the greatest president ever, Donald Trump. This is the bridge to Mar A Lago where I'm at right now. So I'm going to go over this bridge, which is a drawbridge that's just going down because that sailboat over here just went underneath it. Raised for the sailboat. And then we will be at Mar A Lago, where I'm imagining there'll be a lot of fake news. So the drawbridge just went down, and there's a lot of press driving by. I can see them. Okay, now Mar A Lago is right there, and over here, of course, is the fake news and their tents. And by the way, all the fake news here are parked illegally. All right, yeah. All the fake news over here are parked illegally. That sign right there says 2-hour parking only, and they've been here for days. So now here's someone that's a good patriot. Stand up for your rights. I stand for Trump. And of course, I got a Texas license plate. Moved here to Florida. This is as close to Mar A Lago as you can get. Then, of course, here's more fake news. And they have security around them because they're so important, you know, the fake news. They're all excited. Fake news party because the greatest president ever is getting arrested. So they're in these tents all day. And then back over here is Mar A Lago. And they're set up all over the place. Here's more news setting up. They want to get the president when he drives by. And they have it blocked, so you cannot pull your car in here and park. Unless, of course, you're an illegally parked member of the fake news, and then you can come in here and park and break the 2-hour limit. The rules don't apply to you. And then right here, you'll see there is Mar A Lago. I'll zoom in. course, everything back here. The press went the backdrop. So the president's going to come right down here. Undercover, a lot of undercover police down here. It's very difficult to get here. I am about 1.5 miles, 2 miles away. Of course, and brought the mini Maga scooter down here to make it. But there's nowhere to park. You have to be miles away to get a parking spot, and it's hard to get down here. They don't want you down here. When I say they, I mean the media. There we go. So I'm here in front of the Publix where Melania shops with Barron, I'm sure. And I ran into Chad. He's a listener on the radio. Good to meet you, Chad.
Good to meet you, sir.
All right, so you're out here to support the president?
I am.
Absolutely,
yes,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Have you seen him drive by another time, or is this your first time?
I have not, to be honest with you. This is my first time. Yes.
You might.
And I don't live far away. I kind of ashamed of myself for not being up here a little more.
Well,
often.
let me tell you, this is the day to see him.
Yes, I
This is the day.
I appreciate you and everything you do.
Say that again.
I appreciate you and everything you do.
Now, I heard the first time, but thanks a lot.
I know.
Okay, so this is the group of people that are lined up here on Southern Boulevard. They will not let them on the other side of the road. So everyone's lined up on the left side of the road. And of course, that's the opposite direction that the president is going to drive. They will not let people over there. They're keeping them away. Only the fake news are allowed. And here we are over an hour away, and there is a huge crowd. And of course, a lot of support. That's right.
Not yet. Well, don't wish it.
And these are tourists. Tourists come down here and make the pilgrimage to Mar A Lago. And I'm in oncoming traffic, but that's okay.
Yeah, the bottom was. I got a lift. I'm gonna lift it up. See the bottom one. The bottom was flat. There we go. Amy, I asked Cy to help me. What do you guys have to say, President Trump? All the best. All the best. Robert Wallace.
What a handsome man.
That's right. That's right.
You need to let the Hispanic community know that we love Donald Trump.
That's right.
All right?
That's
so
right.
please make sure you mention that because
Okay.
the Cuban community loves him.
Okay, did you hear that, guys? The Hispanic community loves President Trump. That's right.
That whole were you there also? Yeah, and all of that happened before President Trump even
Now, we're about an hour and a half or so away from President Trump coming by. I'm going to walk through the crowd just to show you how many people are here. I mean, this is long already, and we're, I don't know, 90 minutes, maybe even longer until the president drives by. And it's a huge group of people out here, lots of Trump love. Got to watch out for the traffic. I can't see where I'm going because there's so many flags in front of me. And I'll tell you what I have noticed, which is really surprising. I haven't seen any liberals yet. Not one liberal, not one Democrat, not one agitator, which is maybe they've been converted and they're on Trump's side now with this overreach of justice. There's lots of security, lots of cops. A police officer just told me he got a 10-minute notification that the president's going to come by. And we just saw a bunch of empty Secret Service SUVs drive by. So it's very exciting. I got to tell you, this is a historic day. And everyone who's here today, very lucky to be here on this day. This is the day before they arrest the greatest president ever. And it's absolutely disgusting. Everyone knows it. They're going to make President Trump a political prisoner, but he has us, right? In the love of all these good people. Now, I'm on the other side of the street, and they have the crowd across over there. And there's a really good turnout. You consider this is Monday, it's during the week, and then there's some media lined up over here so they can have the crowd in the background. That's NBC, and that's the local NBC. I recognize her. And there's been a lot of support with the people that are driving by today, more than normal, which really goes to show you how upset people are at this miscarriage of justice that's going on here. And you can see there's fake news all over the place. And there's also a lot of undercover plainclothes vehicles. This SUV on the left is the police chief. Police chief sitting there. So I imagine we got the police chief. The president will be coming by soon. See, now this is the big $50,000 question. Which side of the road do I wait on? I'm on the right side here. The crowd's on the left side. So will the president's motorcade drive over to the left side of the road? You never know. You never know. So it's a gamble, right? 50-50 chance. I don't know yet if I'm going to stay on the right side of the road or go to the left side of the road. I know when he sees this crowd, he's going to want to slow down and say hello to them, and it's going to be amazing. This is how you know you're not at a Democrat event. Listen. That's right. Those are three letters you never hear at a Democrat rally, do you? Well, I just read into Janet here. You waiting for the president?
Oh, I'm waiting for him. I love President Trump. I've loved him since he was, God, in the 70s, I've loved him.
Oh, wow. You go way back.
Yeah, I go way back.
Well, the crowd has gotten heavier. There's a lot more people here. And we're just in the hot Florida sun waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And, you know, it's kind of like Christmas when the president's going to come by. You know, you're like, can't wait, you can't wait, you can't wait. And then it's so exciting when it happens, right? But the main thing I'm trying to decide is which side of the road should I be on. The fake news are on the right side of the road. And I heard some of them talking, and they think he's going to be sitting on the right side of the car, and they think he's going to have someone sitting next to him. So over here, we may not see him. If we're over there, the fake news think you have a better chance of seeing him, and that's where they have their cameras set up on that side of the street. So I haven't decided yet, but I'm probably going to cross the street and blend in with the fake news because I want to see the president, right? I want to see him. I want to get as close to him as I can. Now, I can't imagine anyone came down here without a MAGA hat, but believe it or not, some people have. And this gentleman is selling them. This motorcycle officer, I call him Officer Brandon. He is not friendly to the MAGA group. I promise you that. He is not very nice. Now, Bikers for Trump is, but Officer Brandon over here on the motorcycle, he keeps coming over here and telling people to move and do this and do that. He's most definitely a Democrat. Yeah. Officer Brandon. They just came out with this mobile camera unit, and they just set it up to keep an eye on the crowd.
We want Trump! We want Trump! We want Trump!
What's going to happen to you if they'll start with a president of the United States of America who happens to be a billionaire and a successful billionaire at that? He owns $1 billion home, the biggest house on the biggest side of town, here with the long limousines, the jet airplanes, and that Marine One Sikorsky Sea King helicopter pad was in his backyard. Imagine what they'll do to you. You have the right to an attorney. You have the right to remain silent. That's in the rules, in the Constitution. And what they're doing now, the Democrats want to take your lawyer after you confided in him to get your case ready and pull him in and make him talk or send him to jail. That's what they did. Go ask Cohen about
We got two police chiefs over here. They just got out of their car, so they must have gotten word that he's coming. They've been sitting in their car for the last 90 minutes in the air conditioning, and they didn't get out of the AC for nothing. So Mar A Lago is 2 bridges away, and the boss is going to come right here. All right, here we go. I don't know. No, that's not him. Every black SUV, you got to be ready. Ah, there he is. Here is the boss. Oh, man. Look at this love. Look at this love. There he is. That's him right there. There he is. He was on our side. Yes. He was on our side. He was on our side, yeah.
Right through. There it is. They got the road Trump, the driver through. Donald Trump.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I got to tell you, I'm not embarrassed to tell you that I'm a grown man about ready to cry, thinking about what President Trump is about to go through. And I know you guys are with me on that. This is just outrageous and disgusting, and it's so sad. But I'll tell you, I got a good look at him, and he didn't look like he had a worry in the world. He looked like he is on top of the world and not worried at all. I wish I could feel that way because I'm worried, but he looked great. Here he comes. There he is. Well, I was able to see Trump Force One take off, and maybe the last time we see the president back in Florida for a while. It depends. Is Bragg going to let him go? Is the judge going to let him go? Are they going to let him return to Florida? I can't even believe we're having this conversation. You know, where is our Constitution? Is this a banana republic? Whether or not you like Trump or not, I don't understand why you don't if you don't, but he was president of the United States. He's the Republican nominee in 2024, and they're going to arrest him tomorrow. It's just not right. That's not the country we live in, especially when you got a guy who's a completely innocent man who didn't commit a crime. It's not like it's Joe Biden or the Clintons that just took off in that plane. That's Donald Trump. My name's Brian. If you're new to my channel, subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, please like the video, and I'll talk to you next time.